All right, hello everyone. It's been probably a couple of days. A lot has happened in the last couple of days. But I couldn't even finish the video I was watching without making this. I was so mad. And it was after Trump had given his, interview with Ingram. Okay, on Fox News, it was beautiful because that means all of the Trump supporters saw it. All the Trump supporters saw him claim that prices are down, things are great, we're living in a golden age, and all the supporters saw him say that we don't have talented American workers here, so we have to get it from China or other countries, and we need Chinese students. And this is your American first, MAGA. This is him putting America first. So I wondered, how was Fox going to try to spin this? And also, how are they going to try to spin the Epstein stuff? Well, the Epstein stuff, see, they're just going to say, oh, Bill Clinton's on it. Okay, I don't care. I don't care who's on it. I don't care if Obama's on it. You definitely know Trump's on it because you've seen the emails. All those 20,000 emails. All you got to do is look it up. You know he's in there. And it's done. He's done. And not just that, but they're showing things, financial corruption, Russia stuff. Like, this is getting so bad, it makes me want to get popcorn because it's about damn time. I have had it. I can't with this anymore. Like the amount of corruption and what it's the lies on Fox News too. I don't think I've ever made a video about Fox News. I cannot stand Fox News. The fact that they call themselves news alone, like, I get it. There's right leaning news and left leaning news, fine, whatever. But the fact that a news can come on and just lie and nothing, like, if there was a reporter on like network news like ABC, NBC, what, that just came on and just straight told a flat out lie, there would be consequences for that. You couldn't just lie. And the fact that she came on, and I wrote it down directly because, this is a mom and pop organization. I don't have, play the clip and all of that. This was a quote that she wrote after trying to spin his little, we don't have talented workers in America. Direct quote. Democrats believe you should get zero benefits from your American citizenship. What? What does that even mean? What? Like, people that are born here? Oh, let me guess. Immigrants, right? We're back on that, to hating on the immigrants, right? Because we Democrats don't care about anybody but illegal immigrants, right? That lie? Got it. If you think Mom Dami or the squad are gonna, and she mocks you, are gonna stand up for you in their workers' garb and get all that done. If you grew up in a traditional American family, you haven't been listening. They pity you at best and loathe you at worst. Are you kidding me? Again, everything with them is projection and confession because that's what they do, okay? If you've actually been listening, she just told you exactly without the mocking. They will fight for you. They like to portray themselves as they're smaller government and they're fiscally conservative. Oh, they're not. Look at the receipts. We need to be yelling out, calling out these lies. They are straight up lying. They don't care about you. He doesn't care about you. And then, let's move on to the SNAP lies, because I saw that too. Oh, we've uncovered so much fraud. And there was one guy that was collecting benefits in like 6 different states. There are 42 million people on SNAP, 1 in 8 Americans. That's pathetic. That is pathetic that we live in a country that many people have food insecurity. And you're going to sit here. Of course, there's going to be people that take advantage of it. Nobody's denying that. But it is certainly not rampant, full of fraud. And the lie that gets repeated. And Laura Ingraham was sitting there and said it again. And the Democrats want the illegals to have SNAP. And you see Brooke Rollins, for a second, she tells the truth and she says, well, that's against the law. Because it is against the law. And it does not happen because it's against the law. Some immigrants are eligible, not the ones that are illegal. The ones that have like asylum or came in correctly, yes. But the ones that just, are here, no, they're not eligible for SNAP. They cannot get it, nor can they get Medicaid. nor can they vote. All these lies. Call out the lies. Because it's this megaphone of lying and craziness and the Fox echo chamber and the MAGA right-wing influencers. And if there's not enough of us on the other side screaming out the actual truth, that is what people are going to believe. Because if you say a lie loud enough and long enough, people will believe it as the truth. I mean, look at for trickle-down economics, that doesn't work. But it's been told long enough. And the lie that, Republicans are fiscal conservatives, no, they're not. And it's been told so long that everybody thinks that's the case. It's not. It's not. They don't care. And Trump does not care about you. He cares about his billionaire friends and building his ballrooms, remodeling his bathrooms. He has not done anything. The confession part of what Laura Ingraham said about hating that these people aren't going to work for you and they're not going to do a darn thing for you, that's him. He loathes you. He loathes the traditional, definitely the American worker. He doesn't think you're smart enough. He thinks that black and white thinking, the people that are going to work in factories are people that are coming off the unemployment line. Just like she asked, well, how do we do this when we were kids? Who worked in the factories then? Exactly. People that have gone to school and college and all of that for these high-end, needing intelligent people to do a job. They've gone to school for that. So then you hire them. Why would you go to another country to hire somebody like that? It's not a black and white. It's either people from another country or people out of the unemployment line. How stupid. He just sounds stupid when he talks. Any person with any kind of brains can see through this. And I think actually people are waking up to this now. Because he can't sit there and continue to lie and say things are fine. And you know that they're not. You go to the store. He doesn't go to the grocery store. He doesn't do his own shopping. He can sit there and everybody around him can blow sunshine up his butt and say, oh, everything's great. Prices are down. They're not. And what are they citing? DoorDash data? Really? And I love that freaking Caroline Leavitt got up there and we can't even release the data anymore because the Democrats have screwed it up so much that it's not even accurate. So we can't even put it out. Come on, man. You can't see through this. I can. They don't want to put it out because their numbers are crap. There has been the biggest job loss, I think, since like 2009, the Great Recession. Like, things are just taking a nosedive. The people living in the golden age, like he says, are just the wealthiest. That's it. And again, deflect. Immigrants. Democrats don't care. They're communists. They want all these programs. They want you to spend your tax dollars on, what are you... We shouldn't even live in an age with billionaires. I think that's stupid. Nobody needs that kind of money. It was never meant to be that way. It wasn't like that. Yes, you had your rich people like your Rockefellers and this and that, but this is insane how things have gotten. The disproportionate from the wealthiest to the poor, especially this last one. And that brings me up to that, oh my God, the provision in the bill where those, I think it's 8 of them, Republicans, that are basically paying themselves at least $500,000 because their phone numbers got subpoenaed for January 6th for being on the phone with Trump. So their phone numbers were out there. They didn't get wiretapped. They didn't get spied on. Just their phone numbers. Are you kidding me? And then Lindsey Graham comes on and says, oh, heck yeah, I'll be taking more than $1 million. I want this to be so painful, nobody will ever do it again. Well, good for you. While 42 million Americans don't know where their next meal is coming from, you go ahead and pay yourself $1 million of our tax dollars. Really? That's the best use of that money? That is disgusting. These people disgust me. And every time you see it, you should be calling it out. Every single time. I am sick of staying quiet. I am sick of looking at all these little MAGA people around me talking about how great their dear leader Trump is and how I shouldn't believe my own lying eyes that things are actually really, really good right now, because they're not. And I think the majority of people are waking up, and the only people that are going to be left are the real hardcore, crazy, racisty, bigoty people that have just been so completely sucked in, and they're just, zero empathy anyways. And I just cannot see people clinging on to this, especially after all this Epstein thing. I can't, because there's no way to spin this. I don't even want to hear it. There's no way to spin this, MAGA. There's none. You cannot justify anything. I have seen and read those. You can't say, well, he was mad that Trump kicked him out and, oh, don't believe anything that he wrote. This is not like he just did this. These are old. There is no reason for him to have written things that were not true in there. His name is all over those. If I wasn't guilty of something and I could do something and release information that would prove my innocence, I'd do it like that. They are grasping at this to keep it, anything they can to keep it under wraps. Calling Lauren Boebert in the morning to get her into the Situation Room to beg her to change her vote. If your name's not in them and you're not worried about what's in there, why do that? Why not just get it all out? And the lie of, oh, the Democrats had this for 4 years and didn't do anything. I was curious because I'm like, God, I hear that an awful lot. I wonder if that's true or not. Nope. Those were under a court order, could not be released until January, I think 20th or something of 2025. So there was nothing that they could do. But ever since it's been allowed, yes, we have been talking about it, and yes, we have been trying to get it released. So we are not the party of protecting pedophiles, okay? There is no Republicans and Democrats are two sides of the same coin anymore argument, because one side is fascist, authoritarian, hateful, violent, evil, corruption, and the other side are people who actually give a shit about you. Okay, that's not the same side of the coin. That's not the same side of the planet, okay? You are either for that evilness or you're not. Those are your choices now. That's it. There is no more same side, two sides of the same coin. That argument doesn't exist anymore. Because one is the most corrupt. I mean, I would be here making hours and hours long video listing every corrupt thing that this administration has done. The last of which, before this becomes too long, is going after Obama and that whole group by traveling to the very farthest reaches you can to get Judge Aileen Cannon, your favorable MAGA judge, to try to bring charges against something that happened almost a decade ago. Whatever they think, I'm not saying wrongdoing, right doing, whatever, the statute of limitations is done. There was tons of investigation, nothing happened. The fact that attorneys are resigning because of this, because there is nothing to charge. This is the FBI being used by Donald Trump, our People's Justice Department being used by the president to go and persecute his political enemies as a distraction from the Epstein files. That is all that this is. All this time, you get one influencer, yeah, we're going after Obama. Epstein files drop. Oh, we got to do this right now. Chop, chop. Distraction. Distract and deflect. Distract and deflect. But I don't think people are buying it anymore. And Judge Cannon should recuse herself for a multitude of reasons from that case. I won't even get into them. Multitude. She has no business trying that case. And I don't think there's a grand jury in the world that's going to go for this. Just like Lindsey Halligan is not the district attorney because Trump already had his pick. That guy resigned because he wouldn't, or got fired, I forget which one, because he wouldn't bring charges against Comey. So you get one. You get one bite of the apple. That's it. So she's not even legally allowed to bring charges against Comey. So that'll go away. And I'm sure the tariffs are going to go away. He is losing. It's over. Okay? And I cannot wait to see how snaky and slithery and quick people, back. Oh, I never even liked him. Never even voted for him. I don't, you'll wipe your hands of this right quick when that gets real stinky, won't you? But you know what? That's fine. Because why don't you come over to the party that actually cares? and doesn't come on TV and tells lies and tries to spin the truth. And I mean, oh my God, I can't even with Fox News. I can't. But before this gets any longer, that's pretty much what's been going on the last couple of days. I mean, on a personal note, I went to the doctor today, and hopefully I'm not, I got some pretty decent news that, we're doing better. My health is getting better. So thank God for that. Yeah, that could be a whole nother tangent, the fake Christianity. Like, oh my God, don't even get me started on that. That could be another video for another day. But I need to get back to actually doing something and not sitting around here. I'm sure I can find some cleaning to do. So enjoy the rest of your day.